Okay, these are the bows I used in the test. CSS, Darton Valiant, Black Swan, 2 different sets of limbs. Chronographed. We'll get a little closer so you can read the details on it. Okay, first we'll do CSS. Compound bow, 42 pounds, 28 inches, 420 grain arrow. It's the same arrow I used for everything. This arrow was used for all the 42s. Okay, had an index line for the AMO draw length. Okay, we got shots 206, 204, 207, 205 feet per second. Move on to the next. Next was the Darton Valiant. Straighten that up. Darton Valiant, 53 pounds, 28 inches. I made a 530 grain arrow. Got 154, 152, 150. Average speed 152 feet per second. Okay. Next bow is a Darton with the new carbon ceramic limbs. There's that arrow again, 420 grains. Again, there's the index mark. Black Swan with the new limbs, 42.5. It was a ½ pound more draw on the draw pull. 420 grain arrow. 181, 182, 184, 182.3 feet per second. Okay. Last one was the original limbs I got with the bow. There I have one back. As you can see the back and the belly. There's the wood, carbon mat on the front. This is the original 42 pounds, 28 inches, 420 grain arrow, 173, 170, 171. 171.3 feet per second. Okay, I did these as carefully as I could. I hope these numbers, well, I'm sure some will think they're worthless. They make sense to me because the chronograph was consistent through all these shots. Arvid Danielson is doing another one today out in Tucson with his setup. Now Arvin uses 9 grains per inch for his arrows rather than 10. So when his is done, you'll probably see the numbers slightly skewed from this. He was actually on the committee that helped set up the AMO standards years ago. I don't know if that means anything to anyone, but this guy's been around. So his test will probably be better than mine since he's been doing these and is an engineer where I'm kind of a daydreaming inventor. Well, there's the numbers. Okay, the biggest problem I have is finding for the Darton bow, 53 pounds at 28 inches. I found I have a X-Ringer by Victory. 28 inches, it weighs 485, a 687, 487 grains without the tip in it. Okay, my grain scale only goes up to 500. So I am going to weigh this and then I'm going to rig up. I might have to shoot a blunt, but I'm going to have it at exactly 530 grains. So there's the 487, and then I'll weigh the grain so you can see that I'm not ripping or cheating. But I got to do the 530 grain arrow and then put it together. Okay, I made a blunt. I took an insert, put a screw into it, and that weighs 45 grains. 45 and 485 makes 530. So that'd be the exact IBO weight for the 53-pound bow. It ain't going to be pretty. I don't care about FOC or all that because I'm basically shooting this point blank, but this is the exact weight for the 28-inch arrow to get the IBO number. So It's the only arrow I had. Like it's a fat shaft, but who cares? It's going to work. Okay, here's the 530 grain Victory X-Ringer 350. There's the 350. I have an insert on the front. Whoop, where'd it go? Here we go. And there's the blunt. It's a screw and an insert. This weighs exactly 530 grains. My grain scale only goes up to 500, so I showed you the two weighings as components. So that's the exact IBO weight for that bow. So that one's ready to shoot. Okay, here's shot number 1 with the dart and bow. 53 pounds, 28 inches, 530 grain arrow, 26 1/4. There's the indexing mark. Shooting a blunt because I had to get the weight dead on. It's really hard to find that right grain weight. So, here will be the shots through the chronograph. We'll put this on the tripod now. 53-pound Darton. Okay. Zoom in. 152. Last shot with the Darton. 53 pounds. Set on 0. $150. 53-pound Darton, double light source. Doing this shot to verify the earlier shots I did with a double light source would give the same numbers. 154. Okay, 154. 154. I think that's enough shots with the dart, and I'll take the average. It's a pretty tight range. Just to throw it in, this is the CSS, my compound bow. It's this is an old one. It's from West Virginia before they changed the plant. I've got it set at 42 pounds, and I'm using the 420 grain arrow I use with the Black Swan. So here's a compound set at the same poundage. I got the AMO mark there. We'll see what it does. Okay, we're set on 0. Back it out. This is the first shot with the CSS target bow. 42 pounds, using the same arrow used with the Black Swan. We'll see what the CSS does. So just see a compound with that poundage. Here goes the shot. Okay. We'll zero in on that. Get the bow back up out of the way. And we're looking at .206. .206 first shot with the CSS. Okay. Second shot with the CSS. Set on 0. Here we go. Okay, we'll zoom in. 207. Okay, second shot's 207. Okay, last shot with the CSS. See what it does. Set on 0. Here we go. .204. Okay, that's enough shots, so that gives me an average. Last shot I'm going to do is put the old limbs on the Black Swan. Just to throw it in, this is the CSS, my compound bow. It's this is an old one. It's from West Virginia before they changed the plant. I've got it set at 42 pounds, and I'm using the 420 grain arrow I use with the Black Swan. So here's a compound set at the same poundage. I got the AMO mark there. We'll see what it does. Okay, chronograph's on 0. Let's back it out. 42 pounds, 420 grains. Okay. Looking at 173 feet per second. Another shot set on 0. This is 44 pounds, original limbs. Okay, that's the 42 pounds. Here we go. Let's see what we get. Looks like 170. Let's see. $170. Okay, last shot, 42 pounds with the original limbs. Set on 0. Zoom her out. Okay, here we go. Looks like 171. $171. There we go. That's enough to do an average. Okay, I got it wound up. Here's the first shot. New bow limbs. I'm looking at, looks like 181. Let's zoom in on that. $181. Okay, first shot. $1-0. New limbs. Let's do another shot here. I'll just change cameras. I want to see if I like this camera better. So here goes the shot. Okay. 182 it looks like. Okay, I'm going to do one more. I'll probably throw this in with the video. It's just a different camera. They're set on 0. This is my Sony Handycam. I was using a Casio for most of the shots. So here we go. This is the new Black Swan, 42 pounds, 420 grains. That's the last shot. Okay, and we got 184. That's enough shooting.